Hello, David here, and the project for today is a review of this tabletop convection oven. It's made by a company called DeLonghi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly. DeLonghi, model number AS1870, B as in Bravo, period A as in Alpha. It's rated at 1,500 watts, runs on 110 volts. It's got an upper heating element, a lower heating element, an oven light. Comes with rotisserie spits. It's got a drip tray at the bottom and two oven racks. Let's take everything out and look inside. My neighbor gave this to me, and I think she only used it once or twice. It's pretty clean on the inside. It didn't have an operating manual, but I was able to print one up off the internet. The controls have several functions. There's bake and there's fan bake, one level, fan bake, two levels, broil and top brown, keep warm, defrost, and rotisserie. That's where the rotisserie spit goes, right there. As you can see, the rotisserie is set up on a diagonal. These rotisserie parts came with the oven. Goes like that. These little spur thingies hold your chicken on the skewer. Turn it around, and this of course locks into that socket in the back corner on the right side of the oven. So the interior is enamel coated for ease of cleaning. This bottom pan covers the bottom element. This is enamel coated as well. So I didn't get this oven for baking chicken or baking brownies. I got this for curing Cerakote. Cerakote's a paint process, and it's very particular on how you apply it. Cerakote's got a ceramic in it, and it's got a very high abrasion and heat resistance. And the parts are have to be treated. Well, actually, the parts have to be sandblasted and then soaked in acetone to get any oil out. It's a very involved process, and I'm not prepared to do it now, so I'm not going to be Cerakoting today, but I'm just testing the oven today. I want to test the temperature. I've got this thermometer I'm going to put in there. I have this whole booklet on the Cerakote process. The parts have to bake for 300 degrees for an hour. That's just to gas out any oil that's in there. After the coating is sprayed on, it gets baked again. The H-series Cerakote bakes for 2 hours at 250 degrees. And once you use an oven for Cerakoting, you can't go back to food because the Cerakote is toxic. You can never use that appliance for food again. It's just going to be dedicated to paint and Cerakote. So the important thing about curing Cerakote is it has to be cured in an oven that has a consistent temperature. Most of the Cerakote ovens are larger, so they put larger parts in there, but they're also larger because they have heavy insulation around them to hold an accurate temperature. So I think a convection oven is going to work in this case because the process of a convection oven is it uses a fan to circulate the air around on the inside of the oven, and that keeps more of a constant temperature. So I'm going to do a trial. I'm going to run it on fan bake. Put this in here. Let's set the temperature for 300. And let's run it for an hour. Let's talk about the dimensions. Outside width is about 18¼ inches. Depth is about 12½ inches. Oh, the back sticks out a little bit, so figure maybe 13½ to 14 inches on the depth. Height is about 12 inches. Inside depth is about 11 inches. Width is about 12¼ inches. And the height is about 6½ inches from the lip of the pan. If you go into the depth of the pan, you're about 7½ inches. And I'm going to have to rig up some type of rack for hanging parts in here. I'll probably take some wire and make a stand so that I could hang things up from the top, because this is the highest this rack goes, and I'd like to make a rack so the parts could be hung 2 inches higher. It's been running for 10 minutes and the timer seems to be accurate, and the temperature is at about 290 degrees. It's been 15 minutes and the temperature is right at about 300. I want to test the accuracy of the temperature. I'm going to use my Alpha Griller's quick read digital thermometer. This is very accurate. It has a quick response time. I love this thing. I'm just going to stick the probe in the door. Of course, all the temperatures I'm using here is Fahrenheit. It's reading a room temperature of 70.3. I gotta warn you, everything around this oven is hot. This face plate is hot. Of course, the glass is hot. The outside case is hot. I just stick that in there in the middle. See where we're at. I thought I said this was a quick read. I don't want it touching the sides. Let's get it without it touching. I gotta hold the door open a little bit. Because I think all the heat's escaping. Dial thermometer is dropping. That's at around 280 now. This digital thermometer does read quickly on meat, steaks and burgers. Well, this is about 238 and it's not advancing much more. It's been 19 minutes. Let's turn this up to 400 degrees. That's interesting. The dial shows a 410, so I'll have it on 410. In 10 minutes, the temperature rose from 300 to about 380. I think I'm going to lower this top rack and put some food in there. And my thoughts on this digital thermometer is maybe it's only accurate when the probe is inserted into meat. I'm not sure about that. So it's been 25 minutes, and when the timer reaches 0 time, it shuts the oven off. $208, $208, $209, $208, $211, $209, not quite so even. $208. This crusty part was kind of black. Let's see what that is. That's 208.8. Okay, so the temperature is fairly consistent. That's all I have for now. The next time I film this oven, it'll be cooking some Cerakote. I want to thank you guys and gals for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more great videos from David GPO, and I'm going to eat dinner.